And it says broadcast started. Let's try that again. Now, is that right? Looks right. So, do we have anything over here that shows us levels? Hey, 1, 2. If not, then let's tap into this stream and let's hear it now. I think it's going to be fine. I just need to hear it. I am hearing. Now, if not, then let's tap into this stream and let's hear it. Is that the feedback you were talking about? Hey. It's close to a minute now because we did that. So now we should be hearing, hey, as far as I can tell, here and here and here. Hey. That is still pretty low. So how do we fix that? Hey. It's not bad. It's not great, though. I don't like that. So, here. And just for, can we no, can we get this line on this device? You see what I'm saying? I want to compare it to something. So watch something. Watch something.
Yeah, you have to watch it.
Or turn something on YouTube on your phone, and it's like a professional, and then also back case. That make sense? I think it's much better, honestly. Yeah. Yep. Some other issue that we were having. It's called a delay, and feedback in. Yeah, and I'll show you what that's going. So here we're going to do for the test. Hey, let's move this. We're going to move this real quick. I should be able to hear it. So now we have regular connection here. Speak into it. You see here, you see where the green light's going? You also have it, you have it here. Now, when I first got here, cancel. When I first got here, this was up here. Now, as I'm speaking normally, oh, and I'm gonna close it so I don't hear my, all right. So now you see when I'm talking, I haven't changed how loud I'm talking, but this light is much higher. Hey, hey, hey. And this zero's coming on. Yeah, I believe that's too loud because now if I turn this up, now I'm much more prone to feedback. How I would like to have this done is you can select that and turn it down so that you're just above this number here, which should be 12. So I've cut that gain down in half. Hey, hey, hey. If you want to take a picture of that, you can do it two ways. And this might be a good video if you want to do your videos. So when you select your channels and your microphones, you're selecting your channels and your microphones, you can hit this button here, and this turns that up and down. Or you can select it. Or you can select this red button in the blue pane here and use this one. It should be to when I'm talking normally, this is getting to the negative 12 area, if you can see it on the gate. So if you can get it to that point, that's about the normal spot. Then you have plenty of up and down to get volume without getting feedback. If you are still getting feedback, you can then come here, and it would be through setup and the RTA. Where do you find that here? There. Hey, hey, hey. This will actually tell you where the feedback is coming. The red is the most prevalent thing on the channel that you've selected. So if I go, hey, it's telling me right there, this 3K is the loudest frequency. That would be my source of feedback. Then I can come back and take that 3.15, get me a really narrow cue, and then I can drop it. Hey, and you're doing that. The other thing that you're doing, you can see on this one, you have a negative ratio here. Hey, check, check. When you have this all the way up, you're compressing all the way, and that was compressing even more here. So what was happening is you were turning this gain up here, and then your compressor's working extra hard. It doesn't sound louder, so you might turn it up more. It still doesn't sound louder, but it's much more prone to feedback at this level, even though it sounds relative to its feedback now. And it's because this gain's too high. And there it is.
And you would just turn it down.
So you would turn it back down here. It sounds just as loud.
But it's not.
Feeding back. Correct. And that's what you were hearing. What you were hearing is this compressor. When I start talking, it's bringing my voice down. That's where you hear it push. It's actually what we call breathing. You can hear the compressor.
Trying to do.
And then when I stop talking, the feedback comes back because now it's releasing that compressor and it's just way too loud. So we're gonna fix that by turning this down. The compressor is not going to be compressing near as much anymore. And because it's not compressing near as much anymore, it's much more natural sounding. And then when I stop talking, no feedback. So we're going to have to do that for all of them that you have that might be doing that, because every mic's probably got the same thing. For instance, we've got another wireless orange here. So we can just check it real quick. drop this down to 6, and we drop the compressor down, we go to the orange, you see it's the same setting. And so it's doing the exact same thing. We can release the compression ratio, the threshold up. We're going to take the ratio down, and then we're going to drop the gain. And that makes that sound better too. Hey, hey, hey. And I still have plenty of headroom on this master. Now, again, we changed the cabling around here, so if I turn this down, that's good, but you still have sound coming through the feed, I bet. No, I take that back. Yo, you would, because this is coming through here. So the feed is now on this, 910, and the feed mimics what's going on in the mains. So that, when I'm here and I turn this down, it also turns it down in the feed.
Okay.
If I turn this up, it also turns it up in the feed. Yeah, now the orange, because I just made the same changes, now it sounds the same. The sound is that 3K that is not here, so I can mimic that as well. I can just come to here, down, and then up. Hey, hey, hey. See, now it's not as bad. So there you go. So we're going to select that. And if we're just, yeah. So if we were mimicking, because I'm not, obviously want to use that. But, so now you see, same thing. I'm talking, and it's hitting that 0. And to me, that's too loud. And then over here, hey, 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 you still see the compressors kicking in a little bit. And that's your frequency, and there's why. This reducting, he's added this high end. If I turn that down a little bit, hey, 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 now it's not as harsh. And we're going to bring this back up and bring this back up. Because these frequencies, that whoever dropped these frequencies, you're dropping the main portion of vocal information. That's where the voice resonates in those frequencies, and you're just dropping it, so it's going to be harder for people to hear. I mean, well, let me finish this one here. Hey, 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 hey. We're going to bring that gain down a little bit. Pastor Mike, yep. We're going to bring that. Hey, 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 and again, see where I'm. If I drop this down, and if Pastor's just talking, it's in this first notch right here, this negative 12. That's where you want. Hey, hey, hey. Now at that point, we're going to need to drop your gain down, your gate down a little bit too, so you don't cut Pastor out. But now I can turn Pastor up, and I don't have as much of that feedback. So you good there? So this is the solo mic, yeah? Now, here's the problem with this mic. At this distance, can't really hear me. But if I talk right into it, it's nice and loud. Nothing you can do about this is how this mic is designed. They make other mics that are better at picking up from a distance, but this mic is designed to speak directly into it. In fact, a lot of my musicians like this mic because it doesn't pick up. Like if I had a drummer right behind me, this wouldn't pick it up as much as other mics. So if I'm singing, my drummer isn't going to be behind me. So that's what I would. But even at this level, you can still hear me. Shorter. So the closer they are to this mic, and you can hear, if I'm right here and I go just 1 inch off and a second inch off, now that 2 inches off, it's almost like I'm out. But if I speak right into it, it sounds great. Yes, that mic there is designed to be at a distance. In fact, I would recommend not speaking directly into that one.
Yeah, we have done that.
And I'm sure it's the exact same. See, it's picking me up from back here. It's too loud. Now, how we can fix that? One thing we can try. No, that's right. That's right. So, yeah, same thing. Where are we at here? Pulpit.
Pulpit.
That's the
Yeah,
pulpit.
pulpit.
So if I come here, again, even when I'm this far away, it's picking all that up. Again, we just drop this down. Now when I'm speaking into it, hey. Now when I'm speaking into it, and I can be heard there, and then I can turn it up here.
Yeah.
And also, you do not need to boost the high end on this mic. In fact, you probably don't need to drop the low end either. And all of a sudden, let's take a look at the home RTA. Hey, it's the 300 word. Yep, cool. I'm coming back, and we're going to go to the 300. Drop that down, tighten that up, and so whoever cut all these things, when you cut all these things, you just drop the noise floor down. It doesn't
We wouldn't
actually.
even have touched any of those.
See, that's picking up 6K, so we're gonna do the same thing here. We'll do a notch at 6 and drop. Check. Hey, 1. Now I'm at a distance. You can still hear me. It's fairly natural. And let's go back to that RTA. Hey. So it's 400 again. So let's go back and drop it there. Just overall drop. Hey, 1. Hey, 2. And again, part of this is because I'm standing in front of these speakers. And if I was behind the speakers, it would have less of that. And I still have plenty of headroom. Again, pulpit up. Hey, 1, 2. I'm at a distance here, and I should be okay.
Last,
Yep.
are these choir mics that are hanging from
Sure.
the ceiling? I'm gonna go, can you hand me the thing that says screen, and I'm gonna put the screen so we can see.
Same thing. Those things are picking me up almost as strong.
Oh, screen. Wrong one. I know the last time you were here, you had it set so it was, if anybody screwed with any of these things, you had to reset it and it took it back to your second.
I can set that today.
And Dawn thinks they're gonna lock this up now, they think someone's been in and messing with something.
I can set another backup for you guys, so you can have that.
But you can see them now, they're. And they kind of pick up the choir when the choir's in.
Hey, 1, 2. Hey, 1, 2. Can you hear that? Hey, 1, 2. Hey, 1, 2. Hey, 1, 2. That's a different model. these other two, it looks like. That's a different model. Not as loud. Like that one. Hey, hey. That might be the one we need to replace. I don't like this one. Seems like it's not working. I'm not real happy with this one. This might be damaged. Yeah, I think that needs to be replaced, unfortunately. That one. But these two seem fine. This one's just not picking up the same, and it's the same model as the center one. No, it's not. That'll be a problem. Those are three separate models. I mean, as an engineer, yeah. Yeah, we can think about that. The issue is, are these for these guys? Are these for the choir? That's what they're for? Would you guys be opposed to micro booms? I'll send you something next week. How about that? The hard part with where you guys are is this. And running these cables around and stuff like that. The micro booms are they're movable. You can just plug them into this thing. You can just plug them into this thing. So those, that might be an easier, better solution. so that makes sense, that the best spot would be further out than this one. Here. And of course, you'll see.
That would be great.
Yeah, you'll see them. That's just the thing. See the ugly cables, but I mean, that's why if they're here, you can just move them.
They're almost,
But a tiny stand, that's what they call a micro. It's like a regular mic stand's real big and thick,
yeah, right.
so they're kind of an eyesore. But these ones are much smaller. I'll send it to you. Let you guys discuss it. If you say we still don't understand it, get it.
So, and if they decide not to,
We have to try to get it down this thing. It's just a lot more work running that cable. But yeah. First thing. Yeah, because once you get it through here, then you can put these channels. See what they did here? That's kind of nice.
yeah,
You can get one of your handy guys that can do that and do the same thing here, make little channels for it. They're not much of a
so
problem.
if they hung here and then they have that.
I'm thinking, well, you guys
And then-
want that, because I could just tape them up there. That won't look
And
good.
then it would look good and it would, I mean, that would.
It would sound the same as if you had the stands. The stands work just as well.
Why don't we?
We'll do both. Yeah, we'll do both, and you decide which way you want to go.
Okay. And we'll leave it to our people. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll send you,
Exactly.
you tell me which way you go. Yep. And then, and we'll plan on that, but I'll send you a second option just so you have a choice, and then let me know which way you want to go. Both of those will sound good, it's just a matter of how you want to look. And then, yeah. Yes. Hey, hey, hey. Does it work now? Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Check, check. Hey, hey, hey. No, it doesn't.